There are 9 seemingly harmless actions that might be quietly undermining your dog's trust in you, and you might not even know it. In this video, we're uncovering 9 common mistakes that could be driving a wedge between you and your pup. By the end of this video, you'll not only learn how to spot these behaviors, but also discover powerful ways to rebuild and strengthen your relationship. Number 1. Using multiple verbal cues. This can be a really tricky habit to break. Let's say your dog is barking at the delivery person. You fire off commands like, "Shh, stop it, quiet," in quick succession, hoping to calm them down. Instead, your dog barks even louder, confused by the flood of different signals. Frustration builds, and you might even resort to scolding, but your dog is left puzzled. What exactly did they do wrong? Dogs thrive on clear, consistent communication. Throwing multiple verbal cues at them for the same action creates unnecessary confusion. Imagine using quiet one day, stop the next, and shh the day after. To your dog, these mixed signals are like trying to solve a puzzle without a clear picture. The solution? Simplify and stick to one word or phrase for each command. If quiet is your chosen cue for barking, don't alternate between shh or stop. Similarly, if down means to lie down, avoid using off in the same context. Consistency helps your dog understand exactly what you expect, strengthening their trust in you and making training a smoother process. And hey, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest dog tips and tricks. And if you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up. It helps other dog lovers find this valuable information and keeps our community growing. Number 2. Taking your dog's food or treats away while eating. Now imagine this. Your dog is enjoying their meal, happily munching away, when suddenly a hand swoops in and takes their bowl. What might feel like a harmless test of dominance to you can be deeply unsettling for your dog. To them, it's as if their precious treasure is being stolen mid-bite, creating feelings of insecurity and even sparking resource-guarding behavior. Rather than risking trust by interrupting mealtime, turn the experience into a positive one. Teach your dog that your presence near their bowl signals good things. While they're eating, casually toss in a high-value treat, something extra special like freeze-dried meat or a sprinkle of cheese. This approach reinforces the idea that your approach adds value rather than poses a threat. Number 3. Restraining or cornering a dog to give affection. We all want to shower our furry friends with love, but sometimes our well-intentioned squeezes and corner cuddles can have the opposite effect. For example, while hugging feels like a natural way for us to express love, not all dogs see it that way. Some pups enjoy hugs, but others view being held tightly as a form of restraint. In the canine world, restricted movement can mimic dominance, triggering anxiety or even a primal fight-or-flight response. This doesn't mean cuddling is off limits. It's all about understanding your dog's preferences. Many dogs enjoy physical closeness when it feels natural and unforced, like snuggling on the couch or leaning into you for a belly rub. Let your pup initiate contact. If they nuzzle, wiggle, or lean in, that's their way of asking for affection. Reward these moments with gentle scratches, verbal praise, or soft petting. This approach helps strengthen your bond while ensuring your dog feels secure and loved on their terms. Number 4. Pointing or shaking a finger. Now let's talk about discipline, or more specifically, what not to do. Have you ever wagged a finger at your dog after catching them chewing your favorite shoes? While it might feel like the obvious response, this gesture can actually cause unnecessary stress for your pup. When paired with a stern voice, a looming stance, or an angry expression, the finger point can feel intimidating to your dog. They may not understand exactly what they did wrong, but can sense your displeasure. This confusion can lead to anxiety and even harm the trust you've worked so hard to build. Instead of wagging a finger, focus on calm and clear communication. Address the behavior with a firm but even tone, and redirect your dog to a more appropriate action. For example, if they're chewing something off limits, guide them to a chew toy and praise them when they use it. By staying consistent and positive, you'll teach your pup good habits without creating unnecessary tension. Number 5. Saying it's okay when your dog thinks it's not. When your dog is feeling uneasy, it's tempting to soothe them with a gentle "it's okay" in your calmest voice. While it seems like the perfect reassurance, dog behaviorists warn that this common phrase can send mixed signals. Over time, your dog may start associating "it's okay" with unpleasant experiences like vet visits or nail clipping, which could make them even more anxious. Instead, try a different approach. Maintain a calm and confident demeanor as your dog looks to you for cues on how to feel. Skip the phrases and let your steady presence and gentle touch provide the comfort they need. Gradually desensitizing your dog to the stressful activity is another effective strategy. For instance, if nail clipping causes distress, start by showing them the clippers, then slowly progress to touching their paws without actually trimming them, rewarding calm behavior at each step. With time and patience, your dog will begin to feel more secure. Number 6. Staring. We all adore those loving gazes our dogs share with us, but not all stares are created equal. When a stranger locks eyes with a dog, it can feel more like a challenge than an invitation. From your dog's perspective, a towering figure making direct eye contact can seem threatening, triggering feelings of anxiety or even fear. So, how can you make a positive first impression with an unfamiliar dog? Avoid intense stares and instead use inviting body language. A relaxed posture and a soft smile go a long way in building trust. Let the dog decide when to approach, whether it's a cautious sniff, a gentle nudge, or a wagging tail. Their cues will tell you when they're ready to engage. Number 7. Getting frustrated when your dog acts like a dog. Let's face it, our furry friends have their quirks, from barking at squirrels to turning your favorite socks into chew toys. While these behaviors can test your patience, they're not acts of defiance. They're simply what dogs do. Expecting your dog to stop these instincts without guidance is like expecting a toddler to ignore a cookie jar in plain sight. But frustration won't fix the issue. In fact, it can harm your bond. Instead, meet your dog halfway by channeling their natural behaviors into more appropriate outlets. For example, if they're shoe chewing, don't scold. Redirect them to a chew toy and reward their good choice with a belly rub or treat. If they are excessive barking, teach the quiet command with patience, reinforcing calm moments with praise and tasty rewards. Even mealtime begging can be managed by creating a designated stay spot away from the table. Number 8. Comforting your dog when they whimper. It's tough to resist a whimpering pup. The urge to scoop them up and shower them with love feels natural. But here's the catch. This well-meaning reaction might send the wrong message. Every time you comfort a whining dog, you might unintentionally be reinforcing the idea that whimpering equals attention. It's like teaching them that whining is the magic key to getting your love and reassurance. But you also don't have to ignore them entirely. Instead, start by assessing the situation. Is there an obvious reason for their distress, like loud noises or separation anxiety? If so, address the root cause calmly and confidently. However, if their whimpering seems like a plea for attention, hold off on the cuddles until they settle down. Once your dog is calm, caress them with affection and praise. This reinforces their calm behavior and teaches them that being relaxed gets them the love they crave. Number 9. Expecting your dog to obey you just because they want to make you happy. While it's tempting to believe your dog follows commands solely to make you happy, the reality is more practical. Dogs are instinct-driven creatures who thrive on clear rewards for their actions. Sure, some may enjoy the approval they get from making you smile, but for most pups, obedience boils down to a simple equation. Action equals reward. Think of it as their version of a business deal. When they sit, stay, or fetch, they're essentially saying, "What's in it for me?" And that's okay. Building consistent obedience is all about maintaining a reliable reward system. Whether it's a treat, a favorite toy, or enthusiastic praise, consistency helps your dog associate commands with positive outcomes. Over time, as behaviors become second nature, you can gradually reduce the frequency of rewards. But the foundation remains the same: predictability, and encouragement. So instead of expecting blind loyalty, focus on creating a system your dog understands and thrives within. It's a win-win for both of you. Building confidence is just one part of keeping your dog happy. Are you worried your pup might be showing signs of depression? Don't miss our next video, 7 warning signs your dog could be depressed, to learn how to recognize and address this important issue.